Everyone wants to be rich. But have you ever asked, what does money really mean to you? Not just dollars and cents, not just investments or paychecks, but your deepest fears, hopes, and dreams. In this video, not just talking about how to make money, we diving into how money makes us, how it shapes our decisions, our happiness, our freedom. This is not a financial guide. This is a journey into the human mind through the lens of money. Welcome to the psychology of money. Let's begin. Money isn't just numbers in a bank account or paper in your wallet. Money is emotion. It's about hope, fear, security, and even pride. When someone saves money, they may not be calculating future returns. They're searching for peace of mind. And when someone spends on luxury, it might not be about the quality of the product, but about the identity they want to express. We often believe financial decisions should be rational. But the truth is, most money decisions are driven by past experiences, trauma, education, and even social environment. Someone raised in scarcity may save obsessively not from logic, but from fear of an uncertain future. On the flip side, someone who grew up in abundance might feel no urgency to save because they never felt that insecurity. That's why understanding your personal psychology around money is more important than just learning about investing or budgeting. We need to ask ourselves, why am I afraid of running out of money? What does wealth mean to me? Or am I truly happy with how I spend my money? The answers to those questions can shift our relationship with money from something scary to something empowering. To get rich, you need courage. Courage to take risks, try new things, and push beyond your comfort zone. Many successful people built their wealth through bold investments, fresh ideas, or relentless hard work. But that courage often comes from a deep belief that they can win, or at the very least, they can recover if they fail. Ironically, staying rich takes fear. Fear of losing everything. The fear that what you have today could disappear tomorrow. That's what keeps wealthy people financially humble. They're more cautious, more patient, and they avoid unnecessary risks. Discipline and prudence become the best friends of those who want to stay wealthy. This is the paradox of money psychology. Getting rich and staying rich require two almost opposite mindsets. One calls for boldness, the other for caution. So understanding when to be brave and when to be careful is the true art of managing wealth. Not everyone masters it because it takes deep self-awareness and strong emotional control. Most people think they want to be rich. But if we dig deeper, what they really want isn't money, it's freedom. It's the freedom to choose how they spend their time. It's freedom from financial anxiety, freedom to say no without fear of losing income. It's the truest form of wealth, the ability to live life on your own terms. When you have enough money, you have time. You don't have to accept every job. You're not trapped in work that drains your soul. Enough money gives you options in life. Having options is real power. It's not about buying luxury watches, but about waking up without an alarm clock and choosing how to spend your day. But here's the irony of freedom. It only comes if you can control yourself. Delaying gratification, resisting the urge to always follow trends, and focusing on long-term goals. Many people earn a lot of money but still feel trapped because their lifestyle grows faster than their income. True freedom only comes when you control your money, not when your money controls you. Not everyone is rich purely because of hard work. Luck often determines someone's starting point, the family they're born into, education they receive, or even meeting someone who opens a door of opportunity. Ignoring the role of luck is like saying a lottery winner won because they logically picked the right numbers. In many ways, life is more random than we like to admit. On the flip side, there are brilliant, disciplined, careful people who still fail because of things beyond their control. It's maybe an economic crash, sudden illness, or unexpected market changes. Risk can destroy everything in a moment. And like luck, it often stays hidden until it's too late. We need to stay humble and realize that outcomes in life don't always reflect effort alone. The key lesson: know what you can control and what you can't. Don't judge someone's success or failure too quickly. You don't know how much luck or risk shaped their story. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Build good habits, prepare for the worst, and stay humble when things go well. Because in the world of money, we're all dancing between luck and risk. Investing is often seen as the fastest road to wealth. Stocks, real estate, or businesses, they all sound exciting and promising. But in reality, all investments carry risk, and the outcome is never guaranteed. Saving, on the other hand, is boring but far more certain. The money you set aside today can become your safety net tomorrow. Without savings, even the smartest investment strategy can fall apart with one unexpected emergency. Most people struggle to save not because they don't have enough money, but because they lack the right habits or mindset. Saving is an act of self-control, patience, and the ability to delay gratification. It's not about what percentage you save it. It's about being consistent and choosing your future over instant pleasure. Saving is a sign of mental strength. The money you save gives you flexibility. It gives you breathing room when life throws a curveball. It allows you to make decisions from a place of strength, not fear. You can leave a job you dislike, start your own business, or help someone in need because you're not tied to every last dollar. Over the long term, the power of saving often outweighs even the most sophisticated investment plan. Financial theory teaches us to think rationally. But the truth is, we don't live in spreadsheets. We live with emotions, fears, and dreams. So it's completely normal if our financial decisions aren't always purely logical. For example, choosing to pay off a mortgage early, even though mathematically the stock market might offer better returns. Is that irrational? Not really. Because for many people, peace of mind is the best return they can get. The key to good financial decisions is, can you stick with them long term? Reasonable decisions, even if they're not perfectly logical, are easier to follow consistently. Saving in a way that feels comfortable even if it's not technically optimized better than a complex strategy that stresses you out and makes you quit. In the long run, consistency beats perfection. Money is not just math. It's about happiness, stability, and choices. Being reasonable means knowing your emotional needs and creating a financial system that fits your real life. Money should help you sleep better, not keep you up all night wondering if your strategy is 100% efficient. In the end, it's the reasonable, not the rational decisions that help us survive and thrive. One of the biggest reasons people make poor financial decisions is because they try to imitate other people's lifestyles without knowing the full story. We see someone buy a luxury car or take a fancy trip and immediately feel like we're falling behind. But we don't know if that's the result of hard work, credit card debt, inheritance, or just a filtered illusion. Comparing yourself to someone with different goals, backgrounds, and resources is like racing someone who started at a completely different point. Everyone's life goals are different. Some want to retire early. Some want a big house. Others want to work while traveling the world. That's why a financial strategy that works for one person might not work for another. The problem is, many people don't live according to their own values. They live based on social expectations. And that leads to debt, anxiety, and a fake lifestyle just to appear successful. In the world of money, you need to remember, you're playing a different game than everyone else. Don't try to join someone else's game if you don't even know the rules. Focus on your own goals. Define what success means to you and build your financial system around that. Because in the end, there are no winners in the social comparison. Game only stress and confusion. What does it really mean to be wealthy? Most people imagine luxury homes, sports cars, and fancy vacations. But Morgan Housel offers a different definition. True wealth is the ability to control your own time. It's the freedom to wake up when you want, work on what you love, and spend time with people who matter. Money is just a tool, and that tool only matters if it helps you gain control over your life. We often trade our time for money, endless overtime, stressful routines, and jobs we don't enjoy. But the more money we make, the more time we should be reclaiming. Sadly, many people get trapped in the cycle of chasing more, and more, without ever asking, am I really living the life I want? Time freedom is an invisible form of wealth, but you feel it in every single moment of your day. Freedom isn't just about quitting your job. It's about having options. The option to say no. It's the option to take a break without guilt. It's the option to chase dreams you've put off for years. The more choices you have, the wealthier you are because you're no longer living under constant pressure from the outside world. In today's world, The richest people aren't the ones with the most stuff, but the ones who are free to choose their own path. When someone shows off a fancy car or an expensive watch, what you're seeing isn't wealth, you're seeing spending. Real wealth is hidden in the decision not to spend. This is often misunderstood. We admire flashy lifestyles without realizing they might come with zero savings or even debt. Wealth isn't about how much you spend, but how much you've saved and chosen not to show. Wealth is the nice cars not bought, the designer clothes not worn, the luxury upgrades not taken. It's the ability to buy something and the decision not to. Wealth is stored power. It's your backup, your future security, your flexibility when life becomes uncertain. The more you resist today's temptations, the more strength you build for tomorrow. It's not about being stingy, it's about self-control and a long-term mindset. Truly wealthy people often look ordinary. They don't need to prove anything. They're not building an image, they're building peace. Real wealth lives in silence, in the small, everyday decisions. Saving instead of splurging, investing instead of impulse buying, delaying pleasure for lasting freedom. That's why true wealth is invisible, because it's kept, not flaunted. We're often taught that saving money should be tied to a specific goal, but Morgan Housel argues the opposite. One of the smartest things you can do is save money for no reason at all. Why? Because many of life's biggest moments arrive unannounced: job losses, emergencies, unexpected opportunities. And only those with cash in reserve are truly ready to handle both the storms and the sunshine. Saving without a specific reason isn't a lack of purpose, it's a sign of preparedness. It's not about strict planning, it's about flexibility. The power to say yes when an amazing opportunity comes your way, or no when something doesn't align with your values. The money you quietly save gives you silent power, the power to stay calm when others are panicking. If you wait for a clear reason to start saving, you'll always be a step behind. Because life moves fast, and not everything can be predicted. Start now, no matter how small. Every dollar you save is an investment in your peace of mind and your future freedom. Because ultimately, the money you save today is your shield against tomorrow's uncertainty. There's no magic formula for building wealth. There's no perfect path that works for everyone. But one thing is universal. You must fall in love with the process. Saving bit by bit, learning from your mistakes, building good habits, and staying consistent over time. Most people fail not because they're not smart, but because they give up too early. The best results often come from small actions repeated over a long period. You don't have to be a billionaire to feel successful. Often, financial maturity comes when you start appreciating every small step. Creating a budget, resisting impulse purchases, tracking your spending, these are all part of the process that shapes you. And once you begin to enjoy the process, you'll realize the journey itself is the real reward, not just the numbers in your bank account. Patience is the foundation of everything. Whether it's investing, saving, or building, financial freedom takes time. Fast isn't always better. Slow and steady is what lasts. So learn to love the process. Embrace your growth, inch by inch. Because that's where true power is formed. Not in the end result, but in every small, deliberate choice you make each day. Money doesn't just buy you things, it buys you time, options, peace of mind, but only if you understand it. The real power of money isn't in how much you have, but in how well you think about it. So next time you make a financial decision, pause, ask, am I doing this for security, status, or freedom? Because in the end, money is just a tool, and you get to decide how to use it. Thank you for watching. If this video made you think, like, comment, and share the mindset. And remember, the most valuable investment is the one you make in understanding yourself.